Have you ever felt a deep sense of anxiety, like you're standing at the edge of a cliff, uncertain whether to step forward? What if I told you that this anxiety is not a weakness, but a sign of your freedom? Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher known as the father of existentialism, believed that life's greatest challenge is not about following the crowd, but about daring to be yourself. In this video, we'll explore 10 powerful lessons from Kierkegaard that can change the way you see your choices, your fears, and your purpose. You'll discover why anxiety can be your greatest teacher, why taking a leap of faith matters more than certainty, and how living authentically can transform your life. But before we dive into the lessons, let me ask you this. Do you feel that you are truly living as yourself, or are you just following the expectations of others? Let's begin. Lesson 1. Embrace anxiety as a teacher. Kierkegaard once wrote that anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. What he meant is this. When you realize that your life is in your own hands, you feel overwhelmed, even fearful. But this anxiety is not your enemy. It's the signal that you have the freedom to choose. Instead of running from it, use it as a guide. Each moment of uncertainty is proof that you are free to shape your life. Lesson 2. The leap of faith. For Kierkegaard, true faith is not about certainty. It's about the courage to leap into the unknown, even when reason cannot guarantee the outcome. In life, this means daring to commit to love, to purpose, or to God, even when there are no guarantees. Without that leap, we remain stuck in hesitation. Lesson 3. Live as an individual, not just a crowd. Kierkegaard warned about the danger of losing yourself in the crowd. He believed that mass opinion often drowns out personal responsibility. To live authentically, you must resist the pressure to conform and instead listen to your inner voice. Ask yourself, am I making this choice because it is mine, or because it is what others expect of me? Lesson 4. Authenticity over aesthetic living. He described 2 ways of living, the aesthetic life and the authentic life. The aesthetic life chases pleasure, beauty, and distractions. It feels exciting but often leaves you empty. The authentic life, however, is grounded in responsibility, meaning, and truth. Kierkegaard reminds us that happiness is fleeting, but authenticity builds a foundation for a deeper joy. Lesson 5. Freedom demands responsibility. Freedom sounds attractive, but Kierkegaard reminds us it comes with weight. Every choice you make shapes who you are. You can't blame the crowd, society, or even fate. To be free is to carry the responsibility for your own existence. This might sound heavy, but it is also empowering, because once you accept responsibility, you hold the power to transform your life. Lesson 6. Passion is the core of life. Kierkegaard believed that to live without passion is to barely live at all. Passion doesn't mean wild emotion only. It means throwing yourself wholeheartedly into what matters most. Whether it's your faith, your work, or your relationships, passion gives your life intensity and depth. Without it, existence feels empty. Lesson 7. Despair as a path to self-discovery. Most people avoid despair, but Kierkegaard saw despair as a mirror. It forces you to confront who you really are and what you truly value. Despair strips away illusions. It hurts, but it can also guide you to authenticity. In facing despair, you begin to understand yourself in a way comfort never allows. Lesson 8. Truth is subjective. Unlike many philosophers who searched for objective truth, Kierkegaard argued that the deepest truths are personal. For him, it was not enough to know about God. You had to live in relation to God. Applied to life, this means the truth that matters most is not abstract, but lived. What you commit to, how you act, and what you embody, that is your truth. Lesson 9. Existence precedes essence. Long before existentialism was popular, Kierkegaard taught that we are not born with a fixed purpose. Instead, we must create it. You are not defined by what the world says you should be. You are defined by the choices you make, the life you build, and the meaning you give your days. Lesson 10. The courage to stand alone. Finally, Kierkegaard's life itself was proof of his philosophy. He challenged the church, resisted public opinion, and often lived in isolation. He taught that sometimes the price of truth is loneliness. But in standing alone, you preserve your integrity. And in the long run, that is far more valuable than applause. So, what can we take from Kierkegaard's lessons? He reminds us that life isn't about drifting along with the crowd. It's about passion, authenticity, and the courage to take responsibility for your choices, even when that means walking a lonely road. He shows us that despair, struggle, and doubt are not signs of weakness, but doorways to deeper understanding and truth. If Kierkegaard could speak to us today, he might say, stop searching for easy answers. Instead, dare to live fully, embrace your freedom, and become who you truly are. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of Kierkegaard's lessons spoke to you the most? Was it the call to live with passion, the courage to stand alone, or the reminder that truth must be lived, not just known? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read them. And if you found these ideas meaningful, don't forget to give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel for more timeless wisdom, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Because remember, philosophy is not just for books, it's a way to live.